Well, hello, Chris.
How you doing?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. We just had a nasty storm here. They come
Yeah,
down in here, and I'm like, wow.
I
Guess I'm.
keep hearing distant thunder and getting rain off and on, but I hadn't had anything hit me bad yet.
Yeah, yeah. No, it poured, but
Mhm.
it's all good. So we got a guest on today, coming up here, and you want to go ahead and tell us who we got?
All right, we've got Rip Elliott, and he is going to be the host of the DarkCon Jeopardy that we're going to be doing at DarkCon.
Okay.
Um, he's a man of many talents. He's an actor and been on some national TV shows. He's done a fair amount of emceeing, and that's the reason he's helping me out with this. He's directed his own films, and he's big time into cosplay. So that also is helping out with this because he's going to be in costume while he's being the host as well.
Oh,
So
that's
in
gonna
a
be
in
fun.
a setting appropriate costume, he's not going to be in a suit with a mustache like Alex Trebek.
No, no. Well, I don't know if Alex Trebek is still in that suit with a mustache, but
He probably is. He may have grown that mustache since he's been in his grave, but
yeah, probably. Anyway, well, let's bring him on board, and he can make his own introductions here. What's up, man? How you
Hey
doing?
guys, I'm good. Yeah, I'm really heartbroken. I was kind of hoping that I was going to get to just do the mustache and the suit.
just as
So
Oh yeah, and
I'm
it's the
kind of,
little. Yeah. Ooh, sorry, sorry.
yeah,
Although that would be funny if you did that. If you
yeah.
even in costume you said,
right.
"Ooh, sorry."
If
I
you
know.
want,
It's
I
like
can stand
I'll
over
bring
on
the
the side. And,
mustache. It will come.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll be there.
if you
Yeah.
want, I can stand over on the side and do the Horatio. My version of Horatio Sands is Sean Connery. Giving you the giving you the
Okay.
crap like you know what I'm talking about, right? The
Alex.
the,
I
the
do.
Saturday
I
Night
do.
Live.
The Celebrity
Yeah,
Jeopardy.
yeah.
Your mother,
Yeah.
Alex. Yeah.
Mother, what your mother said. All right.
Oh man. So that's cool. So tell us a little bit about all the stuff you've done because you're actually out at an event right now too, right? We just caught you.
So I actually had one earlier today,
Yeah.
and so I wasn't sure if I was going to have so much hat hair from being Captain America today. Had an appearance. I work with Mary Catherine's Princess Party, so it's Princess Parties by Mary Catherine. You can look them up
Okay.
online, and I do appearances with them. I was Captain America today, and so we had a 250th anniversary, and that was really cool. They had a cool pirate ship converted into a revolutionary vessel, which was really
Okay.
cool. Had the American flags up, and that was really
Yeah.
neat. Had Wonder Woman there. Uh, it's fun to see kids, and it's really rewarding when you see them. They start off and they're like kind of standoffish, like what's going on, who's that, and then they warm up eventually to, yeah, can I hold your shield and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Well, that is totally cool, man. Yeah, we're getting close to the Independence Day celebration,
Mm-hmm.
aren't we?
The
Very, very
big
close.
250. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be what this next Saturday, right? A week from today.
Yeah, they're just
Wow.
coming quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing a giveaway stream on the 5th, called
Nice.
Independence Day. So I've got a
Okay.
bunch of stuff that gracious folks have put in to provide. So hopefully we're going to be able to do some great giveaways. Stuff from Jeffrey Talanian, who created Hyperborea, and he's donated 3 adventures. Folks I met just in the course of doing shows and stuff like that I've had on. Todd Ritzma of Blackwall Games, he's provided me with a signed copy of Horde Wars, all kinds of cool stuff. So I got a whole bunch of stuff, some limited signed and numbered prints from a special Kickstarter that my buddy from Advanced Fantasy Games did. So all kinds of cool stuff. So, but nothing as cool as what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing a live game show at the con, right? So
Yeah, live, and depending on how it goes, it may be fatal. It sounded.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I haven't talked to. Hang on, hadn't talked to him a whole lot about the
Okay.
promo video that we're planning. We're trying to get to. He's. I told you he does Renfest stuff and knows a lot of people through that. So we're trying to get people who have costumes that are close enough to be considered setting appropriate. And we're going to go up in the woods behind the house here and do a like they're walking through the Forest Ridge jungle, and it's just like he pops out from behind a tree, and now they're in the deadly game of Jeopardy, you know, where they answer a question wrong and they get and something
Something happens to them. Yeah,
Nice.
that's
yeah
gonna be fun.
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah something bad happens to them, and now there's only two, you know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
So that sounds fun, and then this is all going to be themed, of course, to Athos, I guess, in some way or
yeah.
another. So there's going to be a whole bunch of cool things that is going to be going on, because you've got the guy that's going to be trying to do the big biggest game under one DM at one time for an arena style game, and now you're
Yeah.
going to have the. So what day is the Dark Sun Jeopardy thing supposed to be?
We're gonna do that on Sunday so that there's plenty of I pretty much want to leave the entire after evening open on Saturday for the Crimson Carnage Coliseum game, the big game.
Okay.
So we'll do this, and we'll do Chubby's panel on Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday evening.
Yeah. Greg, of course, he gave me. I know he's a huge Dark Sun fan in and of himself, which is one of the reasons where he got the Shadow Sun. But he moved recently, and he was clearing out some of his stuff, and he had heard me talking about some of the things that I was missing from my third edition collection, and he gave me a book that's one of them that's been missing, the Forgotten Realms campaign setting.
Oh, that's
And
the third edition campaign setting.
yeah, and look, I don't really do a lot of WotC stuff anymore, but
Yeah.
I do kind of would like to have the rest of my third edition and second edition stuff that I had back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're slowly getting some. I got some old adventures up on the shelf in front of me, and trying to work on that. But suffice to say, we're looking forward to having this event. And of course, are they going to have? What happens if they don't phrase it in the form of a question?
I don't think we're going to fool with all that crap. I mean,
That
I know
is
that's
Jeopardy, man.
I know
Come
that's part of
on.
what makes it, but there's two reasons for that. One, that makes it I've already made the questions fairly hard. I don't want to make this harder to do. And two, I think that might step on the IP just a little bit too much.
Oh,
So
okay. Well,
So
we'll
peril, not
separate it from
Jeopardy.
it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
peril. Yes, peril.
Jeopardy.
That's a
Yeah.
peril. But well, it's all in fun too, and it's not.
Yeah.
This is just a. But that's kind of pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
Now, things that I have thought about, since I'm not going to have like a buzzer for them to buzz in with to determine who goes first, and little signs that light up. I just don't have the budget for that. I was thinking about, since Dark Sun's a low metal world and a lot of the weapons are made out of stone, bone, or obsidian, doing
Yeah.
like rock, paper, scissors, where rock is stone, bone is scissors, and obsidian, like a big obsidian spearhead or something, is paper.
Okay.
And
Right.
that way, if people want to, if there's a real quick where two people are trying to answer pretty much simultaneously, and we can't say, okay, yes, for sure it was them. If it's one of those where it's a judgment call, we'll just say, all right, you guys, every time you throw up rock, paper, or scissors, and we'll see if it's obvious that you went first and the other guy went a few seconds later. Then, of course, whoever went first gets it because, you know,
Oh, that's kind of
if you don't do it simultaneously, rock, paper, scissors doesn't work.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And we only need it if it is simultaneous answers. So
Let me make
Less
sure
human
that,
error, I think, that way.
yeah,
Less judgment call.
and less hurt feelings about, oh no, it was me, I did it first. You know, no arguments that way, or fewer arguments. I mean, people will find a reason to argue about just about anything, but it helps cut through some of that. But in most other ways, as far as how I can afford to do it, it should be similar to Jeopardy in that there's going to be a first. Okay, there you go. We kind of lost you there. Did your phone fall over? There should be a first round, a second round, and then a final round. That just like Jeopardy, if you don't have any points coming in,
you write it down.
The end of the second round, you don't make it to the final round. But where you use your points that you earn to wager against a subject that is revealed.
And what does the winner get? A pat on the back?
I'm probably I've got to determine that. I'm going to probably make them at least a T-shirt that says they're the Sage Supreme of DarkCon or something.
Yeah.
I may make them. I may give them something else. I've got to see. And if when it comes to like
little prize basket or something.
Prize, I don't know. I've got to ask around on the various pages. So I mean, I could give them something like that, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's what is that? A
chainmail dice bag.
Cool. Yeah, you know what my wife got at CNY was these chainmail earrings.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff like that still, but down in the basement where we used to do that. You know, we were talking about Fanboy offline, and I used to vend there, and we've got a bunch of chainmail jewelry that we used to make that was leftover stuff from the last time we did a show.
Yeah, there was a lot of interesting vendors at both North Texas and CNY. Now North Texas has got, I mean, you've got some of the classic big guys that, you know, in the industry that are still around. They like to hit that con up.
Yeah, because it's been around long enough that they know about it. It's just big enough for them to.
But it's small, but it's not a overly big. I mean, we're talking about 600 or 700 people as opposed to 5,000,
opposed to many thousands. Yeah.
And I mean, I played a game with Alan Hammock, and it wasn't even a tabletop role-playing game. It was just a little board game where you go diving and you try to collect treasure and then make it back up to the sub without dying, and I died all 3 times. but I mean, that's the kind of great things that you can run into at cons. You just you meet a lot of different fascinating people. Of course, Chubby was out there at North Texas. Actually, I should be wearing his shirt right now because I promised him I'd wear it on stream. I haven't worn it on once already, but of course, and that's Greg Christopher. He does Shadow Sun. So, and he's working on Shadow Sun 2.0 right now. At least that's what we're all calling it.
Yeah.
So very, very looking forward to that. Really want to play in one of his Shadow Sun games. I played in his Shadow Rim game, which is loosely based around like some games like Skyrim and so on and so forth. But this is I played in one Shadow Dark Sun game, and that was at your house, right?
Yes.
So it's a I was always Forgotten Realms, and that was what I mostly knew. But the Dark Sun setting has got its own uniqueness. I know I was a Defiler. Isn't that what I am? I'm a Defiler. Yeah, every time I cast a spell, there's like a ring of dust,
sterile ash around you.
Yeah.
I was looking over at the comments there, with the Delver. He said something
Dungeon
about
Delver. Yeah.
Do a drawing or whatever, and I'll
He was talking. Yeah,
Skinny
he was talking
Skinny
about.
Up?
He's talking about for next Sunday show.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
doing the giveaway stream. I've had him on.
Okay.
And Bill, by the way, you're more than welcome. I'll send you a link to pop in. I'm expecting all kinds of folks to pop in and
Yeah.
out throughout the night. So if you have a minute or two and you want to give us an update, that's kind of what it's all about. Celebrating Independence Day. Chris, you can pop in there too if
Yeah.
you'd like to. And
That's one thing we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, maybe doing some sort of giveaway. And I was thinking one kind of giveaway I can do is a t-shirt giveaway.
Yeah.
For if you want to do that, like on your channel or something to.
Oh yeah, if you for the con.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. We could do that.
I mean, I don't know what you've got watching right now. I don't really have much in the way. I know we've got Bill watching. Hadn't seen Davina in a couple of weeks, but
she was on the Grognard's
yeah, she was
yesterday.
on your show last night. I just meant like on here because she used to be a big commenter, but
yeah, Familiar is the new thing that Bill's working on, so that's kind of cool.
yeah,
I think he posted a couple of things on Twitter about it, so that's kind of
Bill, if you wanted to come up and run a 1E Dark Sun game, you could, since I know your 1E's your thing. You're the 1E guy.
He loves that. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, he probably thinks that's blasphemy, me calling it 1E instead of just AD&D.
Yeah. There is no editions. There's only the one edition, right? Yeah. Right, Bill. No, Bill's an awesome dude. I think he was on the show, and that was the longest show I had because we just had so much to talk about. It was really great.
Mm-hmm.
The gaming community at large is just a really, really awesome group of people. So, everybody I met was just the most down to earth, honest, straight up decent people for the most part. And we're just a bunch of nerds wanting to talk nerdy stuff, man. It didn't matter whether they were working for TSR in '77 or only been in the hobby since 2015. So we were all just a big group of nerds, and I think that extends to just about any of our adjacent hobbies. There's a lot of overlap. The Venn diagram is pretty packed with a lot of overlap for I'm not a comic book reader, but I have a lot of friends that are. I love watching Star Trek and Star Wars, classic stuff. Most other people do. I'm not, I'll do the superhero stuff, but it's all, it's like I like the superhero movies, but I'm not a comic book reader. So it's like
I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah.
I've got a suggestion for you when B5 runs out, if they're willing to do it, is Farscape.
Farscape, I think that's one of them we've talked about. Firefly.
Firefly's short though.
It's only one season. Yeah.
But
I'm like, hey, let's do Stargate.
yeah.
And they're like, that'll sign us up for like 5 years worth of shows.
Yeah, you got plenty of stuff there.
Might get sick of it.
Before we get too far off in the weeds here,
I am dropping links, by the way. I've got
I
dropping links
I
for
was
the
seeing that.
for the.
I was looking at my Kickstarter, and I actually since this morning have lost one, just like in the last, and I don't know what's up with that. Still waiting on a couple of people to come through who have said they were going to get that, but I'm still kind of stuck at like just 5 or 6 people who have bought something, and then like Dan Bloodworth who donated $10. He wasn't going to be able to come, but he went ahead and donated some money to help out. Rich
is good. Yeah. He's a good guy. Yeah.
But
and we've still got time. We've got 48 days.
Yeah, we've still got a lot of time. Yeah. I've found out the last time I talked to you, I was still kind of unsure how I was going to do the game registration once I had all the games ready.
Yeah.
And I have I've partnered with I guess you could call them. I guess they're both a website and an app called Adventure Nexus.
Yeah, you
And
sent me that link. Let me
yeah,
get
and
that in here.
they're gonna basically they'll allow me to. They cover everything from. It's primarily DM shops, organizers, and con promoter facing as far as the user base. Although I guess an individual player could say, "Hey, I am here. I'm looking for a game." I'm not sure if they've got it set up for that, but like if there's a DM and he's like, "Hey, I'm in this area, say like in the Knoxville area, I'm West Knoxville. I need 2 people." They can put that up with a description of their game, what type of game it is, whatever. Or I'm going to be at Sci-Fi City. I've got my Magic deck, and I'm looking to play next Saturday. I'll be out there. Who wants to meet up? You can do stuff like that, or you can do, someplace like Sci-Fi City could put up hey, we're doing this weekend and the other weekend, and it would be more searchable than a post on like for instance, once again with our local area, like one of the Knoxville Gamers Facebook pages, or the looking for group, or looking for game in East Tennessee or Knoxville is here, where it's actually searchable, so where somebody wouldn't have to go scrolling down through everything. They could just say, I'm in Oak Ridge. I'm interested in Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So Rip, tell us more about some of the stuff that you've done, so people know what they can expect. I know you had mentioned that you did Captain America. What other type of stuff? Ren fairs and all kinds of stuff, I hear.
Right. So yeah, Ren Fairs, and Krazor will be the host, and he actually started off being a D&D character that I created. It was a 3.5 campaign. So he was actually a dragon shaman, and he was a lot of fun. He's ridiculous. He's over the top. Just think like hyper masculine, big booming voice, noble, type, obsessed with dragons, of course, and thinks they're the wisest, most powerful creatures on earth. And,
So do they.
yeah,
and
he's a lot of
essentially,
fun. Yeah, they do. He agrees with
if
them.
you wanted to put it up, I sent you a
So
picture
yeah.
of that, or I can do it if you don't. If you
Yeah,
don't have it
if
handy.
you want to
Okay.
share it, I can.
I'll go find it while he's talking about it.
Okay. Go ahead, man. Carry on.
Yeah.
Krazor, huh?
So that was fun.
That's
Yeah. So he wears a skull of some mysterious creature on top of his head, and yeah, he's very friendly. Just you think of the big booming voice, but still very very cordial, very nice to meet.
yeah.
And he's a lot of fun. I've kind of alternated with him and some other characters. I like the really out there, approachable characters, and I think they help you facilitate interaction a lot better.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of some characters I know from the Forgotten Realms that are very
Mhm.
boisterous and braggadocious, and
Bombastic.
one of them is very well published in the Forgotten Realms.
I was
but,
thinking that you may have mentioned someone that caught my mind. Does it have anything to do
Yeah.
with space?
Yeah.
Oh no, not that one,
No?
but that's
Okay.
another good one. Yeah, no,
This
this one.
Yeah.
This one,
Here.
he's written a lot of guides to different things, and
Oh, you're talking about.
they're not necessarily all accurate. Let's put it that way.
Okay,
right.
So
There
this
you
is
go.
Krazor, huh?
That's one of
Right.
them.
Right.
Give me a second. I got a couple
Normally,
others that show his
yeah.
face.
Yeah, normally wear the mask up. I only pull it down for photos or something like that. 'Cause it's a little on the more foreboding side, a little
Yeah.
off-putting sometimes.
Yeah.
And there's one with the mask up. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yep.
And then there's him being over the top and bombastic.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah,
It's fun.
that's cool.
But yeah,
That's cool. And you okay?
Oh,
No, it's all right.
encouraging come out in costume when you do that. I've attended a lot of costume out different, and you can experience it very, very different. Like you do that, and giving people a chance to what he's interested in. You did the world, you're another person, and the just have fun.
Yeah, I watch a lot of there's Adam Savage from MythBusters, and he is, of course, he's a big maker, right? He always has been.
Right.
But he will go in costume, and he can do things in costume that he can't do as himself because, of course, he's a famous individual, and so people are like, "Oh, Adam's," but he can sit there and he'll walk around conventions in effectively in cosplay or in some suit of armor or whatever
Right.
that just kind of and he kind of and he gets mobbed, but he gets mobbed in a different way because nobody knows it's him, right? So
Right.
so
They
they just
just
want a
think it's a
picture
cool
with the
costume.
whatever,
He
So,
looks cool. I want a picture with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh my God, you're Adam Savage, can I have your autograph?
Right.
So
Yeah. I know when I used to.
Yeah.
I know I used to get a lot of different reactions from people when I ran around in doing the Drizzt thing.
Oh yeah.
Because you were actually the host of the. Because I told you his full name, and you were like, okay. Because I think that was before you got into D&D, so you didn't know who it was.
Right.
So
Right.
You had a question, Chris, from Starblazer. Is this a friend of yours? He says, Chris, you're willing to give away some leftover junk jewelry? Cool.
Yeah. Well, I've got a bunch where it's not really junk, but it's costume jewelry, and
Yeah.
where we had done a lot of chainmail stuff. But I've pulled up and shown you the chainmail vest and coif I've got over here, haven't I?
Yeah. Now in Athens, that's they're very hard to come by, right?
Yeah, that would actual metal chainmail would be hard to come by. Yeah. That's why I'm not going to if somebody needs a costume for this thing, I'm not going to lend them that if they don't have something, because it's not really appropriate.
What is the most common? Bone, stone?
As far as actual
for armor,
armor type stuff, like you said, like maybe where a bunch of bones have been stitched together, leather, chitin from giant insects, or hide from like some of the giant lizards, or a Braxid or something like that.
Okay.
Something tough.
Well, that's cool.
Now, if you do see somebody with metal armor, it means they're probably either very rich or very tough, or a little bit of both.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
To keep it, I guess you wouldn't have to do both,
exactly.
Right?
That's what I was about to say. It's kind of like Crocodile Dundee in that bar, and he's like, "What do you think your chances of getting out of here with that hat on are?" And he catches him with the knife through the mohawk, and he's like, "Better than average."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, I'm looking forward to it. And if anybody wants to check it out, the Kickstarter is live, and it's going to run for the next month or so.
Yeah.
And we are and if you're interested in signing up for being a DM, there should be links that are dropping to those too. I believe I updated those last time, so they should go to the new ones. And you are looking still for some vendors as well, right? So
I could use a few more vendors. Yeah. I've got 5 or 6 now. I've got 10 tables, but I've got a couple of people who, like Chubby's going to have a table. So
sure.
Some of them are tables that are in trade, but they're all still should be things that everybody thinks are interesting. Because Greg's going to have his table with all his Shadow Dark stuff, on it, as well as that's going to be the place that when you're done checking in with me, if you've got chitinous armor, when you're done checking in with me, you've got a 2-day pass. I send you over to him, and he's like, here's your Shadow Sun quick starter rules, And
Yeah.
it's not just a little bitty thing like this. It's going to be 130 pages of quick starter rules. And I think in this version, I don't know if it's in his 2-volume version or if it's in this version or both, but it'll come with, I think he said it's going to come with the one of the 2 adventures he's going to be running that weekend,
Okay.
called Colossus Rest, where there's like some sort of giant, the way he described it almost sounds like some sort of giant automaton or golem or something that has fallen out in the middle of the desert, and it has been ants have kind of giant ants, like antloids, have gone in and like hollowed out parts of it and are using it as a food source. So there's like chambers and stuff like that. And there, because it had some weird stuff going on in it, magic stuff going on, there's some of them that are mutated and stuff. And like I said, I'm doing a very bad job at the elevator pitch for that, but I'm just going off like an old memory of what he kind of his elevator pitch of it. But I think that'll be included in that, as well as enough monsters to play through for a while that are Shadow Sun specific, and how to roll up characters and stuff when it comes to the just world information, setting information too. So
yeah. Well, I do want to say, having played in a game by Chubby, with Chubby actually as the game master, he is very thorough on his books. He's and
that's the reason.
Yeah, one of the reasons why he's doing Shadow Sun 2.0 is because that was one of the first ones he did.
Yeah, and he was like, I've got all these improvements I've thought of, I want to put them in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's now gained experience because he's got literally dozens of stuff that he's done since, that now he wants to take back and go back through and he kind of explained the thing, because we were like, oh yeah, well, we want to play in the Shadow Sun, and he's like, well, once I finish something, I have to have like a little bit of separation between, so that's why he did the Shadow Rim game instead of the Shadow City game, which is the vampire one he did. But he's done a bunch of them, and plus a ton of adventures. He's got a couple of guides for both players and for GMs, for running Shadow Dark, and just all kinds of. I mean, he's a wealth of information, and is pretty good DM too, man. He keeps it. He had us running. We're all a bunch of old school gamers too, so he kept us busy and entertained. So
let me before, and this is a little off subject, but I don't want to forget, because it's something that I've promised to do. Okay. I was talking about the whole Adventures Nexus thing. They're if you look them up at right there, it's up right now. If you go there and he's put the code on there too, use that code. That way they know that I've sent you, and that helps them know that stuff like this show right here is good advertising for them, so that they may come back and talk to you too.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And they might actually, I don't know how you're planning on doing it, but if it turns out well for me, maybe you might say for some part of what you're doing, you could do it too. Because they said I could sell tickets through them if I hadn't already started, with the other thing. So if I didn't already have my Kickstarter started, I could have done my ticket sales through them too. But I've got to, since I've already started down the road with Kickstarter, I've got to finish the Kickstarter. So, and if anyone is thinking, if anyone wants to go and it's not breaking the bank right now, that it'd really help my sanity if I could get a couple more sales in here. But
well, it's a big investment that you've put in to try to put on something like this. And when people are interested, if we don't support this kind of stuff that we like, then
it'll go away.
Won't continue. Yeah. It'll go away. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I do. I really do appreciate everybody that comes in, and luckily Kickstarter actually gives me a way to, when you have I've never fooled with Kickstarter before, but apparently it gives me a way when you have donated to me in any capacity, I can actually reach out to you and thank you and show you my appreciation. I mean, it may not mean much to you, but it does mean a lot to me if you guys do support this, because I'd love to see it happen, and I don't mind putting the work in and the money in to basically throw a big local party for everybody. And I'm sure you feel the same way about yours that you're thinking about doing too.
Yeah,
right?
SmokeyCon. Yeah.
It's
I don't know if you did you tell him about that? Maybe Crazer is going to get to visit SmokeyCon.
We need to hear about this.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to hear.
Yeah, because with SmokeyCon, it's not as narrow focus as mine is.
Right.
His is more OSR and old school, but still also having some new school stuff too.
Yeah. Like I fully anticipate to have people playing Shadow Dark, for example, and there may even be a couple people doing 5e. That's cool. I'm not gonna say no that you can't come, but the people that I'm
bringing 2024 in, and then you're gonna stand there doing that.
Well, yeah, we won't talk about 2024. That's like 4th edition. I don't know. I might look at you funny if you want to run a 4e game.
It's like you tell them, hey, if you're bringing a group with you.
Yeah. But
you have a special corner for people doing 4e, don't you?
Yeah, they all have to wear outside, and they have to wear dunce hats.
Okay.
But no, I'm still trying to nail down a venue, although I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going to put it. And I'll say they can't come.
Yeah, we'll let him be the bouncer.
but yeah, I really want to encourage people to play OD&D, AD&D First Edition, Second Edition, Dragon Slayer. I've actually got to meet Greg Gillespie twice, and he's perhaps most famously known for being the creator of Barromaze. But he's an awesome guy, really tall too. I was standing between Greg Gillespie and Double D, and I looked like a hobbit compared to both of the two of them.
Yeah,
and I'm like normal average height. I am like 5'10" or 5'9", something right around there. I'm average, and these guys are like,
yeah. Double D's what, like 6'4", and Greg Gillespie's 6'6" or 6'7",
something like that. Yeah.
I've never met him, but I overheard that on a.
Oh, Greg is an awesome guy. Greg, yeah, Bill. Greg is totally cool. And I was glad he's only 3 hours from CNYCon, so he came and his friend came with him. And they drove over and they drove back. They stayed there during the con, but it's like, they're like, oh yeah, we're only 3 hours from the house.
That is one thing about where we're at here, because of the confluence of 40 and 75.
Yeah,
we're
at a crossroads.
Where we're at a crossroads, and I know a lot of places have multiple interstates going through them, but if you're east of the Mississippi, unless you've got a whole lot of back roads, you're no more than a 12-hour drive from us, pretty much, unless you get up like into past central New York,
And in walking distance of an airport.
Yeah. If you're
in DarkCon, yeah, it's
if you're flying in, the nearest baggage carousel is about 70 yards from the front desk of the check-in desk for the.
And it's not a hard airport to navigate. Let me tell you. I had no problems getting through TSA to fly out to North Texas, and I had no problems once I got back. In fact, once I got back. It was after midnight. It was probably about 12:30, 12:45 a.m. because even my return flight got delayed a little bit. There's one terminal and like 22 gates or whatever. That's it. There's, that's it. It's just one. DFW, on the other hand, 3 times while we were in the air, they changed our gate before we landed. Yeah. And then we sat on the tarmac waiting for a gate to open up for us to pull into.
That's what I hate about like going to Chicago. You're like, okay, I'm here, and they're like, no, you need to get on the tram to get on a bus to go to someplace that's not even connected to this building. You know,
It took me an hour and a half just to get to the hotel because I had to take a shuttle. I had to wait for my bags because it took them forever. So DFW, by comparison, right? We've got one gate at Knoxville Airport, right? Or I mean 20 some odd gates in one terminal, right? They have terminal A, B, C, D, E, and F at DFW, and each one has about 30 or 40. It's crazy, insane.
yeah. So if
And
you're coming here, it's
real easy.
A breeze.
Literally straightforward. There's the terminal, and there's the area that you check in, and all the checkout is so it's like a T.
Yep.
There's checkout in front, and then the terminal just goes straight back, and the gates are all around the one end of the terminal.
And there's a Ruby Tuesday for some reason there. In the
when you come out, you just walk straight out, and there's a set of stairs in front of you. You go down the stairs, and there's baggage claim.
Yeah, so it was really, really. I was impressed. It was not that tough of an airport to navigate. Although there is some construction going on, but you know, I mean, it's minor. There's construction going on at DFW as well, but it's not minor. It's
at
like
at least at McGee Tyson, I don't even think it's inside the airport, is it? It's all over at the garage, isn't it?
What's that?
The construction.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
The parking garage.
Yeah, it's all. You go through it when you're going through the loop to get up to
exactly.
drop off or pick up. You know.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I mean, it wasn't really that bad. You know, it's nothing major. I think they're trying to probably make it a little bit better. DFW was confusing as heck, though.
Kind of a callback to what you had just been talking about. Did you have a ballpark like time range you were hoping for, or city that you were thinking about to host?
For SmokeyCon, I'm looking. For the first initial year, I'm probably looking at Athens. Honestly, because they've got a facility there it's very reasonable. It's close to the interstate. There's hotels right there. And if I need to, I might be able to expand to the county-owned facility that's right behind it.
And I went to Athens last year. See,
you went to the other Athens. You went to the one is that the one in Georgia?
No, yeah, no, that's the one in Greece. That's the
that might be a little bit more costly.
Yeah. Athens is known as the only city after the American Revolution to actually revolt. And it happened.
Try to go back to being loyalist for the crown.
No. It was because
to not want to be part of the U.S.
There was corruption in the county and the thing. There was actually a book written about it, and there was a made-for-TV movie done about it.
I know there was a lot of funkiness when they tried to like start the whole state of Franklin thing, and then that kind of collapsed.
Oh no! This was World War II vets that were coming back.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And Athens is right down the street from me.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the Revolutionary War.
No,
yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The local sheriff was
the Battle of Athens. Thank you, Del. Yes, the Battle of Athens is literally right down the street from my house. It's so cool.
Wow.
So that's probably where I'm looking. I'm debating about whether to do spring or fall. Of course, DarkCon is going to be in October. My wife thinks that we probably should do fall as well, but we're looking at we're looking at either setting it one of those two times. Yes, he does.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably going to be a little wetter in the spring, and it'll be. Everything's green, and depending at what time, the lightning bugs may or may not be out. Of course, that's a big thing around here too. I mean, I got lightning bugs.
Well, if you do it in like what you were saying as a maybe, if you do it in May, by then there should be plenty of fireflies out.
Yeah, and then if we do it in fall, then of course, like we've got the leaf change, and people can go and tour, and it's still nice enough weather. So, and for a first year thing. That's what I'm looking at, but
cool.
But yeah, and I've been reaching out to different people and hoping to get some people to run it. And it's really easy to find because it's literally right off I-75 as you're coming. So you could either fly into Chattanooga or into Knoxville, really, at that point, because it's kind
Yeah.
of the midway point between the two, you know.
Or if you're coming up from
Coming up from Atlanta
not
or
that. Yeah, it's
yeah,
not that far. You're still
yeah.
in like a 4-hour drive, depending on traffic.
Yep. Yep. So, but that's currently my plans. I don't want to conflict with any. I got a bunch of friends that run cons, and
Yeah.
I've been consulting with them on things. Particularly my buddy that runs CNY Con, Roger up there. He puts on a kick-ass show. I think CNY Con 3 is next year.
Yeah.
I've also talked to Tom Wilson, who does ShireCon. I've talked to uh, uh, the guys that do North Texas RTPG Con, and that's kind of what I want. I want to keep it, small. I don't want it to be this giant mega.
Yeah. Just a few hundred
I
people.
don't want it to be Gary Con or Gen Con size. We're not. I want it to be, hey, everybody come on out, let's game. Let's throw some math rocks.
Yeah.
So.
And by the way, Rip, when he says CNY, that's Central
New
New
York.
York.
Yeah. Yeah, I drove up to New York.
Yeah.
I drove up to New York, yeah. Yep, rented a pickup truck in Athens cuz that's,
And that's
and
a few days after having been delayed, a day and a half.
I had a day and a half turnaround cuz I flew back in. Well, I was supposed to be back Sunday night and instead it was early Tuesday morning because of my flight being canceled and rescheduled.
The rebound time to turn around and make that trip. Very relaxed.
A day and a half. Right? Yeah. And I already had my reservation in for the rental before I even went to North Texas. But I'm glad I did because I met so many awesome people out there.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to meet so many awesome people here at this one too, including Rip. We'll see you and of course I already know Chris. Chris has been over to the house here and I've been over to his. So
yeah, I'm thinking this coming year I'd like to try to go to a couple of cons like that, just so that I get a better idea of what a modern con is all about, and I get to meet some of these people that I see on all these live chats and other people too.
Oh yeah. And people are actually asking me now about it on Facebook. I met an artist and stuff like that. She also does. She's done a book, and but at any rate, I'll get back to her in a little bit. So, what else? What else have we got? We got in the works. How many sessions are we planning on? You planning on having, Chris?
I'm going to have 4-hour sessions.
Okay.
2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. That are just the regular gaming sessions with a 2-hour break in between, so there's plenty of time to eat, plenty of time to socialize, plenty of time that if you want to go out and look at something that's not too far away, if you're coming from far away and you want to go out and look at Maryville, or I don't know that there'd be time to go out to Pigeon Forge or anything and do anything significant, but there'll be enough time to enjoy yourself where you don't feel rushed in between sessions. So do the morning session, come back, do the evening session or the afternoon session. And then I think I'm going to have about an hour after the afternoon session and then get into the events in the evening, both evenings. So, and I've got currently 15 tables, although if I can make a fair number of sales, I've already talked to the hotel, and they said that right now that there are breakout rooms that are decent sized ones that I can get if I get enough sales that I can do and have 4 extra tables in the main gaming room, and then do the stuff like the DarkCon Jeopardy and the
in the breakout
and the panel and also like I said, I figure if I can get about 120 people coming, then I can also use that breakout room when it's not being used for that, as a I don't have a game right now, I'll go catch a movie and have like some good old ladies barbarian movies, stuff like that, showing in there.
Okay, no,
On
that's
a
cool. I
large
know.
TV.
Yeah, like Roger, he had Conan. They were playing Conan on,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
already talking about what he's thinking about doing for next year. I don't want to spoil
yeah,
anything, but
yeah. I mean,
suffice it to say,
I've got a bunch of old DVDs that I can throw at it. You know, I got Conan. I've got like '84 Dune. I got a bunch of stuff. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be uh, uh, desert barbarian stuff. You know, I've got
yeah,
it could be Return of the Living Dead from '84 or something. You know, just
right.
something that's kind of enjoyable from '80s or '90s movie.
All
It's,
right. Well, Crazer, what's a good line from Crazer? Uh, have you gotten anything that you've come up with yet, or is that still in the works?
It so a ridiculous thing about him, and I don't even remember why this happened, but it just happens so often. His
Yeah.
catchphrase is literally yes. Um, I don't know why, but it just people react to it. They react to it at the fairs and all that, and you can hear me across the way, and you just hear this like shaking, yes, just enthusiasm, which probably people in the hotel just are like, "What on earth was that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's from all the DM advice that he got. You know, don't never say no, always say yes.
Right. What
right. That's what it is.
what's your any upcoming events you want to mention that you're going to be at?
Hmm. I think Trials of Ragnarok are coming up, and I'm planning on that. That's in Clinton, Tennessee.
Okay.
I want to say October 10th and 11th, if I'm not mistaken. So planning on that one in Clinton, Tennessee.
What sort of thing is that? Trials of
I think
Viking Fantasy.
yes, thank you.
But I mean, is
Well,
it?
that's cool.
Hmm.
Oh, you looked it up.
October
There
11th
you
and
go.
12th. Yeah, it's in Clinton. Yeah.
11th and 12th.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that was 2025, so
Oh,
there may
so
be a
10th and
different.
11th probably
Probably,
this year.
yeah, yeah. But they maybe they haven't updated their website yet. It's still a little,
Sure, sure.
still several months away.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
an
10th
oath
and
founded.
11th would be a Saturday and a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's kind of cool. I've never been to one of those. Have you been there before? You've done this
Yeah,
before?
yeah, I've been there before. Knoxville Medieval Festival. I think they just had something probably a couple or a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Got to go to that one, and that's fun. Good people putting it on. It's really nice when you have collaborations. You support. We've got a new one that will be starting up, um, Foothills Fair, and I'm going to try to participate in that when I'm able to
Is
as
that going to
well.
be in Blount County?
So this one is going to be in Sevier County.
Oh, Sevier
Um,
County. Okay.
yeah, we've held events there. This is a brand new thing coming out, so I don't have details finalized on that, but
Is
I'm gonna
that the
try
one
to
you
get
said you
them.
thought would be near the exit?
Yes, right
Near the
off exit
Buckies?
407, and
Right
it's
near the
it,
Buckies.
it's so close. So if you need to see the second largest, I think Bucky's, because I think that
It,
Texas had to outdo us.
yeah, yeah. They built one larger. It was the largest at one
It
time
was. It
when it
was.
opened.
Indeed, indeed. But yeah, I think it's like a 5-minute drive or something like that behind the Cracker Barrel kind of thing, if 5 minutes, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Very convenient.
What I wonder what facility are they looking at doing it at?
Oh no, this is acreage. This is
Oh, it's outdoor.
personally,
It's a whole
yeah.
outdoor thing. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. They've got vendors and such. I believe the first event that was done there had like, I mean, we are talking about thousands of people the first time, but
Right.
it's right in that tourist hub there. Um, so with it being a newer event that's on an established ground and all that kind of stuff, we'll see how it goes. But fun, talented people. We should have a good time.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Hmm.
I've never, I've got buddies who are in the SCA and
Right.
stuff like that back in Florida. I think he's a baron now. because apparently they have titles.
Yeah.
Oh
Or you
well.
get
Yeah.
titles. You get titles. I guess you earn titles at some point.
You
You know,
work your way up through the hierarchy.
yes,
Yeah.
and you get the favor of the king,
Right.
and so on and so forth. And
Mhm.
so I believe he's a baron now, but he was actually one of my players for a long time.
Oh, cool.
One of my tabletop players. Him and his wife, they go do that, and he does. He goes to a lot of stuff. There's this over in the Space Coast area that he lives, the Palm Bay area, Melbourne, Palm Bay,
Okay.
in Florida. But he goes to like MegaCon, which I can't help but say it like that because that's how they announce it, MegaCon.
I've been one time, and it's big. It's
So that
big.
was right up the street from where I grew up. Um,
Okay.
if that tells you anything. Yeah, actually my son's first job was working at the McDonald's across the street from the convention center.
Oh man, I bet he was busy at certain times of the year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. MegaCon being one of them.
Uh-huh.
It was only like about 2 or 3 miles. I think it was 3 miles to there from where my wife and I and we were living. But yeah, that whole once you made that turn on the Central Florida Parkway, it was just like a nightmare, and it
Yes.
was bumper to bumper traffic the whole way. And the same thing on the 528 on the B line, because I'm old and I still say B line, and I don't care. I'm not going to say beach line because that's stupid. Um, Call me set in my ways. But at any rate, yeah. I mean, just traffic because that's where the 528 runs into I-4, and so that's like the I-4 exit onto the expressway there, and
Oh,
it's like that first. Yes, yeah. See, I hear people complaining about 40 and 75, and I just laugh.
I mean, there are certain times of day anywhere's not great,
Yeah,
but
right. It's
Orlando
not. That was
is
every
yeah.
day, especially when the parks get out and when the parks open. Before
Mhm.
park
Yes.
open and after the parks let out, then it's just like that whole area next to Disney, all the way up
Yes.
through Universal and SeaWorld, and that area is all just a mess.
I lived in
Yeah.
Kissimmee and interned at Disney,
Okay,
and
well, oh,
so
were you
I
college
know.
program? Were
I
you
did.
college program? Ah,
Yes, sir.
where they charge you? Where they take half your paycheck for your rent and make you
They
live with a
do.
bunch of other people? Yeah. No, I
They
know all
do.
about it. My brother retired from Disney with 30 years.
Good for
So
him. Good for
yeah,
him.
yeah. Um, he and so he's got a silver pass and all that. So
Okay.
I worked at Disney multiple times as a contractor. I was never a cast member. I was always a contractor. But I've driven an 18-foot box truck down Main Street at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I've parked between Communicore East and West, that same box truck, driving on the sidewalk because they have those really wide
Oh
sidewalks in
yeah,
Epcot.
yeah.
Driving on the sidewalk, but because
And
we were redoing the registers in whatever mouse works or whatever I think it was.
sure.
And so yeah, been there, done that.
Oh my.
I was at Universal. I opened Potter at Universal. I'm an IT guy, so that's my things.
Right.
Yeah, so I opened the first Potter area,
That's
and
cool.
uh,
That's a very
it
immersive
was
area. That's cool.
we had people waiting in line until like 3 in the morning still trying to get in for opening day.
Yeah.
Now this is after opening day. They literally had been in line that long, all day long, and these people got in line at like 5 a.m.
The
before
day
opening.
before.
And so they literally extended and extended and extended just to make sure that everybody that had been in line got to get in and
Got
see
in.
it. Yeah.
Wow. That's
And
impressive.
we were
Huh.
exhausted. Let's put it that way. But
That's
but it was so amazing. And they did a good job. They did a good job with it. So I've seen a lot of people in costume. Trust me. You know,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Well,
including people that are dressed up in like Potter characters.
yeah.
Because they all want to be a wizard. Oh,
Well,
you're a
my
wizard, Harry.
Disney story. I've only got one, and it's been last time I was there, Epcot wasn't done.
So that would have been
It was
before
in summer
1980.
of '84 was the last time I was there. They were close, but it wasn't done.
It would have had to been before then because Epcot opened in '82.
It was open, it just wasn't done.
Oh, well, it's never.
There were parts of it that weren't best. Yeah, I went there
Yeah.
summer of '84 with my
Yeah.
dad.
My brother. Yeah, he worked at the Ticket and Transportation Center. I think that's how you say it. I always want to invert the two T's, but back then they used to do group sales and stuff like that. You know, the group sales window. And of course, there, if you're off by anything, you're off by hundreds of dollars, not by
Not a few
change.
cents. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he did all kinds of. Everybody I know worked. I've never paid to go to Disney once, not even for parking.
Good for you, because that's not cheap.
No, well, and back in the day, you used to go park at the Contemporary, and we would do that and went and play at the thing. Well, after 9/11, then that's when they started cracking down on everything, and everything became ticketed, and even the parking, and they started charging crazy prices, and you had to have reservations in order to park at the hotels because they used to have this awesome arcade. As teenagers, we would go and hang out there. We would go and play at the arcade and dump a bunch of money. So
Yeah,
days.
now if you want to take your family to Disney, you got to take out a second mortgage, pretty much.
Yeah, and then some, and that might not cover it. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we've been on for an hour. Anything else anybody wants to say before I hit the closing credits?
All I got to say is, if you want to be a DM, two sessions DMs get you in for the weekend for free. He's had it up several times on the Nightbot, and please go ahead and get a ticket if you're not going to be a DM, but you want to come, because it'll make me sleep a whole lot better at night if I start seeing a little bit more movement on that ticking up.
Yep. And
Chris is totally fine or anything. He's fine.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah. Yes. Squirrel. Yeah, Squirrel is right. Dan is one of my co-hosts. He's my buddy.
Yeah, I need to get him to commit to DMing.
No pressure now that they've named you by name there, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna roll the credits. Thanks, Rip, and we hope to have you on again here before the event happens. And Chris, of course, we'll definitely have you back on, and anybody else that is going to be involved in this great little project that.
Yeah, maybe after we've got that video that we were talking about, where we all go up in the woods and do the thing, we'll premiere it here or something.
Yep. All righty, guys, everybody. Thanks for watching, and take care, and have a good night. And you guys can stick around for a minute if you want after the outro. We'll wrap up.
All right.